We were just talking. There ain't no breakfast over here. We having breakfast with Cardi, but with no breakfast. We just got water, man. What's up with that, Cardi?
I mean, who gonna pay for the breakfast?
Yeah, that's what we be trying to figure out. Now, we want to start from your early days. Now, tell me something that the people don't know about Cardi. What's something that everybody would be shocked about?
I think people will be shocked to know. I don't know, maybe because the way I talk, because I am like, I went to college. I actually went to college for political science and everything. It's just, it wasn't my thing. Like, I know I was not gonna finish, and it's like, damn, do I wanna? How am I gonna? Little things that I used to think about, like, wow, I'm studying history, but I barely can speak English myself. So it's like, how am I gonna teach these classes? Like, people don't know that though.
Now, I want to jumpstart into, the time when you got fired from the grocery store. I was listening to the Joe Budden podcast. You were talking about, the guy offering you to go to the strip club across the street. Now, by your parents having a strict upbringing, was it kind of hard for you to be like, man, for me to go dance, and your parents would approve of it?
Yeah. Oh, my parents didn't know that I was a dancer too. Like, I was 20. Like, I started dancing like 18, almost turning 19. My parents did not know, and I was so scared for them to find out, because I felt like they would disown me. Like, when my father found out, I thought he was like gonna freak out, but like, I guess he didn't care much, because he's like, I don't care, you getting that money, like, you're the only one that got your own apartment out of all your cousins. Like, oh, you're doing good. Can you lend me $100? How about that? But when my mom found out, I was mad at her, so I wanted to get her pissed off, and I was like, yeah, that's why I'm stripping. And then she's like, oh yeah, and I'm like, yup. And she acted like she don't care. And while I was leaving the house, like, she pushed me down the stairs.
So how did your parents find out about your story?
My dad found out just because it was just like, how all of a sudden, like, you making money. Like, I don't want to hear it. You know what I told them? I told them that I was babysitting for some rich white folks, but it just wasn't making no sense. Like, it really wasn't making no sense. Like, how do you make so much money that you could afford to get your breasts done? Like, my parents are not that dumb. But my mom, she didn't have a clue. So I just felt like I had to tell her at the right moment, and the right moment was I was tight, and I told her right there and then.
So, now we transition to the strip club days. Now, what are some things that you have learned while you were dancing?
I learned about men. Like, I learned so much about men. Like, you know what? My dad, he's like 53, and I never really understood. Like, damn, Dad, like, you always getting beautiful women that love you so much. Why do you always want to be in the club? Why? And it's just like, I saw why, because these dancers and everything, you come in the club with a little bit of money and they praise you, and that nightlife is so exciting in a way. Like, it's different than daytime activities. Like, it's just something that you get a thrill from, and I just noticed, like, wow, like, sometimes I be dating men that love to go out and everything, and it's like, I gotta be telling myself, like, this guy is not gonna be for me, because he's gonna be just like my dad. Like, guys never change. If you're dating a guy that is like 21 and is always acting crazy, trust me, when he's 40 and 50, he's still gonna be the same. I learned a lot of things, like, people are less friendlier, people are more grimier, that nightlife time. These men out here, they crazy, like, they don't really want nothing good for you. And on top of that, like, a lot of these females, they want to be dancers, bartenders and everything. No matter how much of a good woman you are, and they could see, a lot of men that I ever dated, they see that stripping is just a job. I don't go home with different men, like, and all that, but they still not gonna take you serious just because they're gonna be like, damn, like, I want you to be my wife, but all these men know that you're a dancer, and I know you a good bitch, but I just can't deal with that. So it's like, there's a lot of things that these young girls don't see.
So
That you suffer when you about that nightlife.
So, with all of the challenges that you have, the thrill, I guess it's bittersweet because you have so much of the thrill and then so much of cash rush, but then it's also other things that's going on. And a lot of women, by me being in Atlanta, a lot of women, you go to strip club and see women that's 40 and they're still in the club. Like, how was it hard or easy for you to get out, and what made you decide to get out and do another endeavor?
You know what's so crazy before? Because me getting popular or famous, whatever, it was never part of my life plan because I never was trying to push myself to be popular. I don't even know how I did it myself. But my goal was always this. My goal was this. Before 25 years old, I have to make at least over 100,000, buy houses, rent them out, make enough money to buy another house, and just keep flipping it. And I have to do that before I'm 25 because 25 was that age that I set myself that I need to stop dancing and I'm going to have kids. And luckily, by the grace of God, like I stopped dancing before that. Like I'm making more business moves before that. I never thought that I would have an eyeshadow line. I never thought I would have enough money to invest on my music. But it was always a fear to me to be one of these dancers that's 30 years old or to have to depend on the strip club because the strip club is really a gamble. So you don't really want to gamble like, damn, am I going to make enough money tonight to go feed my kid? Am I going to make enough money tonight so I can pay for my kid's school? And that was always a fear to me, and I'm just happy that like I did it before the time period that I gave myself because one thing about me is I always give myself a deadline.
So you're approaching that deadline because you're 23, 24? 23 now, so you're almost at the deadline to where you want to be at, right, by the age of 25, right?
Yeah, like I always used to tell myself like when I was dancing, like at the end of the year I have to have $20,000 saved. I have to have $20,000 saved by the end of the year. And by the time I'm 25, that will combine and I could invest. And it's crazy, like I'm so lucky and I'm so grateful that I got out before that.
So I want to transition into love and hip hop now. How has that helped your career that you already had before going into love and hip hop?
They helped me out a lot because it just gave me a bigger platform. They gave me a bigger platform, but I was a little cautious of what I wanted to put on TV because I feel like sometimes people don't take you as serious when you like put something out on TV. So I just kept things a little bit limited, but it's hard for me to keep things limited because it's like that means I'm not being 100% myself. But I wasn't trying to put my music out there because I don't ever want people to be like, oh, Love and Hip Hop helped you to put your music out there. No, like I'm pushing it myself. But they gave me such a bigger platform though, and I'm really thankful.
And what's up with Seth, man? Why you keep playing games with you, man? He can give you the runaround, man. You have to go in and knock his block off one time. What's up with that?
I work with Self regularly. We have the same management team, and I can't blame him for underestimating me because, like, just less than a year ago, you saw me on a pole. Like, he's seen me ever since I was 20, dancing on poles, and it's like, girl. And there's a lot of dancers that like try to transition from dancing to rapping, and like they didn't really take them nowhere. So it's just like, girl, what makes you think that you're gonna be the one? And it's like, a lot of people always underestimated me, like, and I'm here now, and I still get underestimated. And that what beats me down a lot, but that just gives me a little bit of strength. Like, alright, you gonna see.
All right, so a couple more questions now. Your boyfriend, that's in jail, Tommy. now when you on a show and you're talking about him, I don't want to get, maybe I may not get married, and you're saying all this stuff, but now he's actually watching this stuff. Now talk a little bit about that, like some of the things that you go through. I saw a post on Instagram that you was like, love hip hop is getting me in trouble. I'm talking to daddy right now. So like, talk about like those conversations that y'all have about love hip hop.
I mean, the conversation that I was having on TV, I always had it with him, but he was like, damn, you have to put that out there. And it's like, well, what do you want me to say? Like, we are suffering casualties. And it's like, I'm not gonna like say the good parts, like, yeah, I love you, I love you, I love you. But there is some doubt that I have with you. And I know there's some doubts that you have with me. You're lucky I didn't put the drama that I have with your dirty ass baby mother.
All right, so now last two questions. Now on the show, how is it difficult? Like in reality, how is it difficult for you to be like transparent? Because like when I saw a post where you said I may get my teeth removed from the back so it look better, or you know, how is it easy for you to come out and say these things that women do not say? They're afraid to say.
Because when I say those things, I don't really realize how people will be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe she says that, because I talk like this on a regular, like not on a regular, but it's just like I do hardcore jokes around my friends. So not around my friends, just period. Like I do hardcore jokes, and I be forgetting like not everybody is like me, and not everybody is like my friends. So when I do these things on social media, like for example, when I did that joke, it's like everybody always talking crap about my teeth, so I just like to have fun with it. Like I didn't really mean it. It was just funny. Like, and some people is shocking because, like I said, some people are not like me, so it's cool. I don't really care.
So your mixtape is about to come out. What is the exact date that'll be released and where it will be released?
It's gonna be released March 7th. And it's gonna be available like in a lot of these sites, Epic, SoundCloud. A lot of copies been ordered. I put a number on my phone that you can pre-order it, and I'm gonna send those like to people like 1 hour before the actual mixtape get released, and it's free. Like everybody like everything's free. I like everything free. I like discounts. I like cheap shit. I like coupons. So I was like, you know what? Let me just put out there to people. Like the mixtape is just a little something, so y'all can see my rapping style, like, and what I rap about, and my skills. It's not like, oh, it's just a little bit taste for y'all. A little taste for y'all.
Now my last question is, I'm on Twitter and right before the show started, you know, you're on cat status. Now, what do you feel about that? She keeps taking jabs saying you're a fake hoe, and you know you're always, you know, trying to mimic her, or you know she came up with like, what do you have to say?
I don't know her. I don't know Shorty.
Simple as that.
And I don't really care. I don't really care what anybody says, what they think, or whatever. When I run up on you, like, make out talking that same shit. I don't really care about her.
Right? I think that's about it. Appreciate it, Cardi B, and I appreciate breakfast. We need some breakfast still, man. We ain't got no breakfast yet. Damn hotel. All right, thank you, Cardi B.
Thank you.